Big reports coming out from multiple credible sources that Arsenal are now looking at a move for Turkish international Juventus left winger Yildiz. Now, of course, they did miss out on a move to Vinicius Jr. He did get the wage he wanted. They did reach an agreement with regards to the image rights, and he will be a Real Madrid player for the foreseeable future. But Yildiz ticks a lot of the boxes Arsenal want. Now Arsenal are reporting, according to reports, Arsenal are preparing a major offer for Kenan Yildiz. Despite Juventus being adamant the player is not for sale at any price. This summer, Arsenal would need to try their luck. Any deal would cost around the 100 million euros, which is about 85 million pounds, if Juventus entertain any offer ahead of the 26-27 season. Now, he has been linked to Arsenal a couple of times. Last summer and January just gone, he was indeed linked. Now, Yildiz has just signed a contract extension with Juventus. He had a decent season last year, 36 games played, 10 goals and 6 assists, which is a very, very good return. He's on 213,000 euros a week, which Arsenal can comfortably improve. In the Club World Cup, just gone last summer, he played 4 games for Juventus, getting 3 goals and 1 assist. He has Turkish and German citizenship. For me, like, when you look at stats by competition and you go to all competitions, you know, his Juventus record is pretty good, you know, in terms of last year, as you can see, 16 GA, which is pretty good there. For Juventus, he's played 131 games, only played 93 starts, and he's got 27 goals and 16 assists. I do think he can be a very, very, very effective player. He's only, what is he, 21, 22? Yeah, he's 21 years of age. He's just turned 21. He could comfortably rotate with the likes of Yildiz. But if they are going to sign him, that tells me immediately that Gabriel Martinelli is likely to leave. I wouldn't say it's a marquee signing that Arsenal want, like the likes of, you know, Vinicius Jr. is, or the likes of someone like a Bradley Barcola, but he can be very, very effective. I do think, though, at this moment in time, there is a higher chance that they go and look at, you know, someone like starting Yildiz at left wing. You know, Bradley Barcola, there's more noise out there that there could be a potential hijack from Arsenal because Liverpool are taking their time. It all depends on what happens with Cody Gakpo. You know, Liverpool are incredibly interested, but the fee keeps putting off a lot of teams. Graham Bailey from Team Talk has said that Arsenal have made contact with Bradley Barcola's camp as they continue to assess their options on left wing. Now, Graham Bailey normally is very reliable. What I would say is Arsenal need to bring in a player who's going to get 15 to 18 goal contributions on the left. They've got Alvarez, they've got Havertz, they've got Noni Madueke, they've got Saka, they've got Yildiz, but Yildiz and Martinelli, for me, is not good enough. I still think they'll win the league because there's a lot of teams in transition. Chelsea, Man City, Liverpool all have new managers. How does Michael Carrick get on with not with 1 game a week, with 2 or 3 games a week? Arsenal's defence is incredibly strong. They're looking at Romero, which we'll get back onto in a minute or so, but they're also looking at Konsa. I do think Bradley Barcola would be a better option than a Yildiz, but Yildiz is still very, very good. Christian Romero, I don't think he will join Arsenal.
I think it gives them more quality in that middle of the pitch. When you look at the Champions League final, you know, it was Lewis Skelly was playing in the centre midfield. Is Bruno Guimaraes a better midfielder than Lewis Skelly? Yeah. But I think finding that balance is going to be difficult. You know, when Tonali was there, Bruno Guimaraes, because he does go rogue sometimes and he'll go and press, and sometimes he doesn't get back in. You look at Mikel Arteta, I think a lot of it's structured from behind the ball. I think some of Declan Rice's best performances last year were, you know, that advanced role going forward. Do we see him now becoming more of a sitter to get Bruno in alongside him? I don't see him playing as the one at the top end of the pitch when you look at what the talent that Arsenal have got there with Eze and Odegaard as well, who looked, you know, I know he finished the season, but when you go back to the World Cup, it looked as if he was getting back to his best there. So, I mean, when you look at the the amount of players that Arsenal got.
I mean, that
you know, it's
depth,
incredible.
we talked about it a lot last season,
Yeah.
and it's just increasing all the time, which,
100%.
as champions, you have to do. You cannot afford to
You
stand
can't stand still. The only area you would see would be that centre-back area, but I'd imagine Arteta will be looking to get someone in there. You have to.
Up top as well?
Yeah, I mean, I think Gyökeres will always score goals. Havertz gives you something different. Gabriel Jesus, yeah, he's limited to minutes. He'll come off the bench and things like that. But for me, I think if Arsenal are going to go and continue at the level they've been at, improve the level they've been at, I think the next step would be finding that, guy who you can depend on to score more or less every single game.